what I wanted to do was just go through adding and subtracting one more time, and then give you an opportunity to work on some questions that we didn't manage to get to last time. And then I found some word problems for you. So I want us to go and have a look at those as well. Okay. All right. So before we get started on the work, I just wanted to go through a brief recap with you and try to explain what I was trying to say last time, maybe in a sort of slightly different way, that which might help you. All right. So what we were talking about, or what we have been talking about when we talk about adding and subtracting integers, the whole idea here is that when you add and subtract positive and or negative numbers, you end up with two signs sitting next to one another, right? So what the situation that I'm referring to is what I'm highlighting in blue. Can you see that in the middle of the screen, where two signs sit next to one another? Now, it could be a minus and a minus, or it could be a plus and a minus, or it could be a plus minus, or it could be a plus plus. It really could be any one of those four. That's what you want to look at first, right? Is try to simplify that sign. Okay, the number in the beginning, so in other words, and this one I'm going to highlight in pink, the number at the start. So in this case, 1, in this case, -6, in this case, 19, here negative 13, here -4, here it's 5, here it's -12, there it's 10. That is where you are starting on the number line. So the pink is your starting place. All right. Then the signs that are blue are going to require you to simplify first. Okay, so remember what we were talking about the last time, okay? If we are adding positive numbers, we're adding. So we use a plus. If we are subtracting negative numbers, we are also adding. And if we add negative numbers, we are subtracting. And if we subtract positive numbers, we are also subtracting. Okay, so anywhere that you see where there's blue, the two signs that sit next to one another have to combine into one sign, right? So the first question is super easy, right? So where are we starting? At 1. What are we doing? Adding. How much? 15. So that means start here at 1 and move to the right 15 places. Yes, Bonolo, did you want to ask a question?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so we are starting here at 1. Let's just find 1 over there. And we are moving to the right. We are adding 15. That means that we're going to end at 16. If we look at number 2, all right, now we are starting at -6. And then we have two signs sitting next to one another. So when we subtract a negative number, we have to add. So this means that we are starting at -6 and then adding 17 in order to get our answer. So that means starting down here at -6. Then we've got to jump 17 places to the right-hand side. So that's why the number line's here. The number line's here to help you be able to do that, because sometimes that can be a little bit difficult. Where are we going to end? Watobe? What did you want to say, Watobe? Nothing? Okay, so we're at -6. And now we're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whoopsie. Let's just get that out the way. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Positive 11.
Oh, did I? I made a mistake. Sorry, it was when I moved that thing out the way. Absolutely. So we're going to end at Positive 11. Exactly. Quite right, Benolo. That's exactly where we're going to end up. Okay, good job. And it's the same with the next question as well. 19 is our starting place. When we subtract a negative number, we are in fact adding. So this means 19 plus 2. Start at 19, move 2 places to the right. We're going to end at 21. Now, number 4, we are starting at a negative place on the number line. We're starting all the way down here at negative 13. When they tell us to add 20, they are saying move 20 to the right. So now I'm going to ask Benolo, where will I end? Benolo, if I start at negative 13 and I add 20, where am I going to end on the number line? Benolo's not answering. Jaden, where am I going to end, Jaden?
Miss,
Yes.
do you go left or right?
Okay, so you have to go right. Okay, because you're starting here at minus 13. Sorry, I shouldn't have colored that in. And then this over here, that plus sign is your instruction to move to the right-hand side.
Thank you, Miss.
Okay. Yes, Sipilele. Where are we going to end?
Ma'am, it's me.
Oh, is it you, Benolo? Okay. All right, Benolo, answer the question.
Ma'am, I think we're gonna end at 6.
You were going to end at 6. Okay, but can we end at 6? I tell you what, let's count it,
Oh,
right?
ma'am,
And that's
Positive
it.
7.
There we go. Positive 7. Now you've got it. Well done, Benolo. Good. You were nearly there. Well done. That's lovely. Positive 7. Okay, now with the 5th one, where are we starting? At negative 4. That's our starting place. Absolutely. There's negative 4. All right, and now when we add a negative number, are we adding or subtracting?
Subtracting.
Subtracting. So what does this line in blue mean that I've just written? Well, it means start at minus 4, start here, and now the negative here is an instruction to move to the left. So we're starting at negative 4 and we're moving to the left 18 places. Where am I going to end up at? Negative
22.
Is exactly, Zanati, at negative 22. At negative 22. Good job. All right, the next question, number 6, says, I start at 5 and then I move to the left. Okay, so here, I'll just highlight it in green. Okay, that's an instruction to move to the left. Just like here, that in green now was an instruction to move to the right-hand side. So where are we going to end? Jaden, where will we end? Kwanda, do you want to answer this question? Where will we end?
No, ma'am, I wanted to ask.
Okay, did you want to ask something?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure.
I'm just a bit confused, miss, because you see, by number 2,
Yes.
I'm just supposed to go to the left.
You mean when you start at negative 6?
Yes, aren't you go to the left?
Okay, but can you see you've got the minus next to one another that I
Yes.
highlighted in blue? So
Yes, ma'am.
minus means plus. That's why I've written a plus over here. Okay, so that's why I've written the plus here, because this minus becomes this plus.
Oh.
Okay, so this is what I was saying over here. When you subtract a negative number, you are adding. So when you subtract a negative, you are adding, and that's why we move to the right.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. All right. I know this does become, well, this is difficult to understand in the beginning. Okay. Basetsana, did you want to answer?
Ma'am, can I please answer?
Okay, Minda, go for it.
Ma'am, is it -9?
-9. Good, Minda. That's great. Well done. Perfect. Okay, let's see who else has got a hand up here and then I can ask them. Okay, Rolivuwa. Do you want to do the next one, Rolivuwa?
Yes.
Cool. All right, do number 7 then, Rolivuwa.
You move to the left 7 spaces, so I think it's going to be -19.
Beautiful. Well done. That's lovely. Good job. Nice. Okay. And next is Patson. Patson, you're going to do number 8 for us, please, Patson.
The answer for number 8 is -7.
-7. Just look carefully again, Patson. Not -7. You're starting at 10, and then what are you taking away? 16, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if I start at 10 and I take away 16, so it's like me starting over here at 10. And when I take away 16, I'm going to move to the left, aren't I? So
Yes,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Can you see I ended at -6? -6. You were very close. All right. -6. Okay. How are we feeling? That's it. A whole lot of you said -6. That's really good. Well done. Okay. All right. So now what I'm going to do, Kat and I are going to give you guys a chance to work on these questions. All right. There's quite a lot of questions here. All right. And that's so that people who are fast finishers can have more challenging questions to go and work on. All right. What I want to do though is I want to bring the number line down so that you've got an opportunity to look at that whilst you do these questions. Let's go and stick it over here. Oh, mind you, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the number line and the questions onto the screen with everything being big enough. Is it the end of the world if you don't have the number line, grade 7s?
No, miss.
No, ma'am.
Not the end of the world.
It is for me, ma'am.
It is for you. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to try and find a way to put it onto the screen at the same time. There we go. All right. So now we're going to be quiet. Kat and I are going to be quiet and we're going to let you guys work on these questions. All right. If you've got anything that you're struggling with or you don't know how to do it, then you can ask Kat or I for help. If you're a fast finisher, then try and see if you can get all the way to the end. Okay. Good luck. Jessie, finding the difference means that we are subtracting. So find the difference in maths means work out the answer to a subtraction sum. Let's have a look at number 23. Yes, because you've got a negative next to one another. So that minus needs to become a plus. Sorry, someone was just asking that in the chat. You've just got to do whatever it says, 10G. This is just absolutely, Jessie, this is just what we've been practicing all along. Okay, it's just a bit more practice. Kenji, did you want to ask something? Okay, no problem. Rolivua, what did you want to ask?
I'm struggling with question 30.
Okay, where are you starting on the number line?
3.
Absolutely. And when you see the minus minus, what happens to that?
You add.
You add. Okay, so you're going to start at 3 and then you're going to add how much?
2.
2.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay, no problem. Tertia, do you have a question, my girl?
No, ma'am. I just raised my hand for when we answering the questions.
Okay, all right, so try and do as many as you can, okay, Tertia?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anati, what's your question?
I'm done.
Everything.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, there are some more, Anati. Zazi, you don't have to do all of them, okay? That's why I put questions here for people that struggle in the beginning and then for people that are more confident towards the end. You don't have to do all of them.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, you just do what you can in the time that's given. What's up, Anati?
I'm done to number 40.
Oh, wow. Very nice. Well done. We're going to mark them now. Okay. I'm just going to wait a couple more minutes to give people a chance and then we'll mark them. Precious? Did you want to ask something, Precious?
Take it. Yeah? Take it. Ma'am.
What's up?
Ma'am, I do not understand 31.
31. Okay. Yes, Jessie Motabang, the number line is missing. Okay, Precious. I am going to, all right, I'll do this. Okay. Let's move this down. Okay, so I'm moving the number line down.
Okay.
All right. So that, is that okay? Is that enough? Can everybody see what's going on now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, hopefully you down far enough. Okay. 31. Okay. So let's do 31 here on the side. Everybody else, if you could do 31, you just carry on doing your thing. Okay, so in question 31, we have 5 minus 3 minus negative 2. So remember, wherever two signs sit next to one another, we have to simplify them into one operation. So minus minus becomes what?
Plus.
Absolutely. So this is 5 minus 3 plus 2. So that means, okay, so that means start at 5. So here's 5 over here. Minus 3 means go 3 to the left. 1, 2, 3. Add 2 means turn around and go back in the other direction and go 1, 2 to the right-hand side. We're going to end at 4.
Plus 4.
Yes, exactly. So the answer is positive 4. There we go.
Thank you, ma'am.
Pleasure.
Ma'am,
Yes, Indanako?
please help me with 26.
Sure, with pleasure. Okay, so number 26. Okay, so Indanako, remember the first number is where you are starting on the number line. Okay, so you are starting at -6. Now here there are not 2 signs to simplify, there's just 1 sign. Okay, so we're going to follow the sign, and this sign here is a negative, so it's telling us to move to the left. So question 26 means start at -6 and go 5 places to the left. Okay, so we're going to start at -6 and we're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places to the left. Where do we end? At
11.
-11. -11. Okay. It's a
Thank you.
pleasure. It's a pleasure. Yes, Jaden, I'm a real teacher at a proper school.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, well done, Manda.
Ma'am, may I please
Yes.
have assistance on number 38?
Thank you, Tahila. That's very sweet of you to say that. Which one, Tersha? 38.
38.
Sure, no problem. Okay, so in question 38,
Yeah.
we have, sorry, I'm just moving the participants thing out the way. So in question 38, Tersha, we are starting at -8. We are then subtracting -8, and then we are subtracting 5. So this means start at -8. When you subtract a negative number, you are plussing. So now we're going to +8, and then we're going to take away 5. So what we're going to do, go to our number line. Okay, let's find -8. Here it is. If I plus
Yes, ma'am.
8, I'm moving 8 to the right.
Right.
Aha. And then when I've jumped 8 places to the right, I get to 0. And now
But,
it
Mom,
says minus. Mhm.
Ma'am, just the confusing thing is
Yes,
is-
what's confusing?
it's just the 8s are just confusing, like how many 8s I
Okay,
have to.
but here this is your starting place, the one that I've highlighted in purple. Okay, that's where you
Yes,
start. The next one is an instruction. The plus means move to the right, and the 8 tells us how many places to the right we need to move. Okay, so that is called an additive inverse because it gives us 0 as an answer. Right, so let me go and find it on the number line. Right, here's -8 over here. Can you see I've just highlighted it in a light purple? And
Yes,
now when
ma'am.
I add, it's an instruction to move to the right. So now I'm going to move 8 places to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you see I got to 0?
Oh,
Yeah. And now I've got to turn around and go back in the other direction because now I've been asked to subtract. So now when the question tells me to subtract 5, it's telling me to go back in the direction that I came from. Okay, go back in that direction where numbers get smaller. So from 0, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places to the left.
5.
Okay, so I'm where I'm
Sorry, ma'am.
ending. I'm ending at -5. Okay.
Oh, it's just that I use two devices. I just take a picture of the number line because it's a bit too small for my eyes.
You're
And
not
I'm not
fair
allowed
enough.
to squid my. I mean, I'm not allowed to squint my eyes.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry. Okay, so now there's been one more question about question 37, and then we can go through some answers. Okay, so Aziza, question 7. Let's just do this one together quickly. I'm going to rub 31 out over here, and then we can do 37 together. All right, question 37. All right, so this tells us to start at -6, to take away 4, and then to subtract -4. So there can only be one sign in between, okay? Only one direction. The plus means move to the right, minus means move to the left. So this means start at -6, move another places to the left, 4 places to the left, and then move 4 places to the right-hand side by adding 4. Okay, so if I start at -6, rub that out. If I start at -6, that means I'm starting here. When I subtract 4, I'm going 4 places to the left. That gets me to -10. Now the question tells me, well, change direction and go back the other way, because now you are adding 4. So now I'm going to change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4 places back. Where do I end at? -6. Okay, does that make sense? All right, so now there's a few hands in the air. Are we ready to? It's a pleasure, Aziza. Absolute pleasure. Okay, cool. All right, so now let's go through some answers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zip through the ones that are easy, and then when they get a little bit more difficult, I'll ask you guys for those ones, if that's okay, just so that we've got time to also go and look at the other work that I've got planned today. All right, but if there's anything that I've said that doesn't make sense, I'll stop after I've done a few, and then we can talk about it. So here, what we were supposed to do was start at -2 and add 8. And that means you should have ended at 6. Oh, hang on. This is not actually the top, is it? Hang on a second. Hang on. Sorry, guys. We actually started here at 21, didn't we? Beg your pardon. Sorry. So starting at the very beginning. All right. Question 21, you should have had -3 as your answer. Question 22, you should have had 1 as your answer. Question 23, you should have had 6. Question 24, you should have had -5. Question 25 was 1. 26 was -11. We've discussed that one already. Question 27, you should have had -1. Question 28 was 0. Question 29, you should have had -9 as an answer. And question 30, you should have said 3 + 2, which means you should have got 5 as your final answer. Okay, so now out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 sums that you've done, what did you get out of 10? I'm going to put it in the chat. What did you get out of 10?
10.
Excellent, Manda. Well done.
9. I got 9.
Okay, good.
7.
Okay, 7. That's also good.
8.
Well done too.
9.
Okay, good job.
9, miss.
8, 9. Okay, puppy. So 10. All right. Okay. All right.
Ma'am, I got
9, Bulela. Okay.
9.
9, ma'am.
Okay. Good job. Well done. That's good. Perfect. All of those are very, very good marks. Okay, so now we're going to do the slightly more difficult questions. All right, well done to all of you for doing so well in that section. Maybe now it's starting to become a little bit.
God, 9.
That's very good. I'm so pleased for you. Well done. It's okay, Devin. Glad you can join us.
answer number 32?
Okay, Bonolo, that's fine. All right, number 31. Let's just see who's got hands up because that is the right way for us to do it. Okay, Jaden, will you please do 31?
Yes, ma'am.
Go for it.
4, ma'am.
You got 4 as your answer. Sorry, let me just grab a pen. Okay, so you ended up with 4. Perfect. Yeah, 100%, Jaden. Well done. Okay, Benolo, number 32, please.
Ma'am, at number 32, I got 20.
20. Okay, looking at this, I don't think I would have got 20 here, Benolo, but let's just double check, okay? We're starting at 7, we're taking away -6, and then we're taking away 7, right? So that means start at 7, add 6, and then -7. So here we should end at 6. Yes, we should end at 6. Can you see where your mistake was?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Does that make sense, Benolo?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Tobizuma, you can do 33. Mtobisi? Sorry, I think I said your name wrong. Mtobisi?
-4.
-4 is your answer for this one. Oh, sorry, I know my pen's not working. Mtobisi says the answer here is -4. Mtobisi, I'm not sure I'm going to get the same answer as you because we're saying -4 plus 8
Plus 8.
minus 2. Hang on a second, maybe you are right. So that gives us -4 plus 8 is, hang on, that's 4, and 4 minus 2, the answer is 2.
Oh.
Okay, we should have had an answer of 2 here. Okay, does that make sense? I've done it here on the right-hand side. Sorry,
Yes.
left-hand side. Okay, question 34. Motabang, what did you get?
I think it's 8, ma'am.
You think you got 8. All right, let's check and see if your answer is right, Motabang. Let's open that out. So Motabang says for this question, 8. So that we have -2
Yes,
plus
I got it
1
right.
plus 7. Okay, so here it would have been -2 plus 1 would have been -1 plus 7. That would leave us at 6, Motabang.
Oops.
Okay, that's okay. What's important is that you're trying. Okay. Do you see where you made your mistake?
Same answer.
It's okay, ma'am.
Okay. All right, then number 35, Anati.
Which means
That's
I did it
you.
wrong.
What did you get, Anati, for 35?
For 35, I got for 35, I got 4.
Good, Anati. Perfect. Well done. 100%. Okay, Patson. 36 is yours, Patson. What did you get?
Ma'am, for 36, I got -4.
Beautiful, Patson. That's perfect. Well done. Nice job. Good job. Okay, Tenji, you're doing 37, please. Tenji? Maybe you're in the chat. No.
Ma'am, I got -5.
You got -5. Okay, all right, let's have a look at this. This is for number 37.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, hang on a second. All right, so if we're doing question 37, it means start at -6. Then we're going to subtract 4, and then when we add a negative, we're going to add 4. So if we start at -6 and we minus 4, that will put us at -10. And then if we add 4, it means to turn around and go in the other direction 4 places, which means we will end at -6. Okay, so this is what we're actually doing on the number line. Okay, let's just go and grab our number line and bring it down. Stick it over here. Okay, so we're starting at -6. There. That's our starting place. Now it says go 4 to the left. So now we jump 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left. Now it tells us to turn around and go in the other direction. Okay, because the question wants us to add 4. So now we go 1, 2, 3, 4 back in the other direction. And that's why we would end at -6. Okay. All right, Basetsana, you do 38 for us, please. Basetsana. Oh, you said -5. Okay, all right. Sorry, Basetsana. Sorry, let's see. Okay, so Basetsana says -5. Correct, Basetsana. That's quite right. Good job. Okay, and then Maria, will you do 39, please?
Ma'am, I think the answer is -5.
Excellent, Maria. Well done. Very good. Nice job. Okay, and Retu, you will do number 40 for us, please.
I think it's -8.
-8. Okay, so let's just think about what this means again. All right, so we're starting at 6. When we subtract a negative, we are plussing 3, and then we are minusing 1. So that means we've got to start here on the number line at 6. There's 6 here. Come, pen, please work. There we go. There's 6. Now we want to plus 3. So we're going to move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now the question tells us to change our direction. Go back the other way by 1. Okay. Did you say plus 8?
Yes.
Okay. Good job. Well done. All right. Nice. Okay, well, this sort of feels like it's going a little bit better than the last lesson. Certainly. Good. Okay, well done. So now you guys have done another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've done another 12 questions. So how did you do out of 12?
7.
7.
12.
Good. Cool.
Ma'am, I got 10 out of 10.
You got 10, all right.
7.
7, okay.
7.
Ma'am, I got 14.
Okay.
Maybe I just got 10.
That's good, Motibang.
Mama got 10.
Okay, thank you for telling us. That's a nice result. Okay, sorry, I'm just looking at your answers.
Ma'am, I got 11.
Okay,
And what if you
well,
got 11, 9 or 12?
that's very good. All right, so those results are lovely. Well done, guys. It seems as though this is coming right a little bit. We just need to keep We just need to keep practicing. Okay, all right, so now let's talk about some of these questions over here. All right, I'm just going to move this down, and then I can move this out of the way. All right, so here, this is now working with words rather than working with numbers, okay? So, might be a little bit more difficult without the number line, but anyway, it is right here for us to use if we need to. Okay, so in question number 1, it says add 13 to negative 18, right? So what that means is that we are taking, where are we? Well, let me ask you, instead of me telling you, let's let you tell me, where are we starting on the number line? If they tell us to add 13 to negative 18, what is our starting point?
Negative 18.
Negative 18, absolutely. And then when we add 13 to that, all right, then we can work out where it is that we're going to end. Did you guys know that it's okay for me to switch the order of these terms, provided I keep the sign? So what I want to show you is this, is if I started at positive 13 and I took away 18, I would end in exactly the same place. Look here, right? So here's negative 18 all the way down there. When I add 13, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, sorry, 13. Beg your pardon, I went one too many. Silly me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 places to the right. Okay, which means that I've ended at negative 5. Now I want to show you something. Let's start at positive 13, which is all the way up here, and let's move 18 places to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 places to the left. Can you see how I've ended in exactly the same place?
Yes, ma'am, we used inverse operation.
We did. Okay, so what we did is we switched them around. We just switched the order of the terms, and that meant that we will still end up with the same answer. All right, now if it tells us to add negative 13 to 18, what sum am I making here? What does my sum look like? I'm going to ask, whose iPhone? Okay, iPhone is too busy saying that they hate quiz days. All right, iPhone. Not what we're supposed to be using the chat for, but all right. Jessie, can you make a number sentence for us from number 2? Can you tell me what to write? Okay, Tenji, you do it. In number 2, what should we write, Tenji?
So for number 2, you have to start from positive 18. And then you have to move down to the left 13 times. Which will give you 5.
Good. Okay. So yes, we're going to start at 18. We're going to add negative 13. So that means move 13 places to the left, and we will end at 5. Good job. That's nice. Well done. All right. Now let's do, I'm going to jump to another one. All right. What happens in number 5? We're looking at number 5 now. from minus 18, subtract negative 13. How do I make a number sentence out of that? Let's see whose hands. Okay, Tenji, you've got your hand up. Make a number sentence then, Tenji.
So from negative 13.
So is negative 13 my starting place?
Yes, so you have to start from negative 13, and then you have to subtract negative 18. So that means you have to move down to the left.
Okay, so Tenji, you've got your starting place incorrect, all right? Because it says from negative 18, subtract negative 13. So in English, they are implying that negative 18 is the starting place. Okay, that from there, from starting here. Then when they tell us to subtract negative 13, that's what they're telling us to do. So in fact, what we would be doing in this question is we would be starting at negative 18 and we would be adding 13, which means that we would end at negative 6. Okay, so we've got to be so careful with questions like these. That's why I included them in what we were doing today. Okay, now let's look at question number 6. Right, who's got a hand up? Okay, Bonolo, what would you write in question number 6?
At question 6.
Since we started.
Yes, keep going, Bonolo. Where are you starting in question 6?
We are starting at negative 17.
Unfortunately, not Bonolo. Okay, so subtract minus 17 from 10.
Starting from 10.
We're starting from 10. Keep going. Good. We're starting at 10 and we're going to
Subtract.
Subtract 17.
positive 17 or negative 17?
Negative 17.
Negative 17. All right, so that's what that one means. Subtract negative 17 from 10. So the number that follows the word from is the number that comes first. Okay,
Yes,
so what
ma'am.
does this mean? This means start at 10 and then what am I going to do? Add or minus?
Add 17.
Good. So where will I end, Bonolo?
Ma'am, we will end at 10 plus 17.
So that's 10 plus 10 plus 7.
27.
Lovely. Good job, Bonolo. That's very nice. Okay, who's next on our list? Okay, Tertia. Question number 7, Tertia.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what would we write? What would I answer? How would I answer question 7? How much larger is 6 than negative 6? How would I make a sum out of that?
Ma'am, can you please go back to the number line so I can do it nicely?
All right, no problem. There's the number line there. I can.
So we
start larger.
We start by 6.
Okay, so we start by 6 and we say.
And we go from 6 to negative 6.
Okay, but now I want to make a sum out of this. So if I said to you, Tertia, how much larger is 5 than 3? What would you write? The sum that you would write. You would write 5. How much larger is 5 than 3? What sum would you write?
5. How much larger is 5 than 3?
Yes.
Minus.
So you would say how much larger is 5 than 3? You would write 5 minus 3.
3.
Exactly. So if we say exactly. So if we say how much larger is 6 than negative 6? It means we need to start at 6 and we need to subtract the other number. So in this case, -6. How much larger is 6 than -6? It's going to be 6 plus 6, which means it is 12. All right. And that's because, absolutely. So in other words, if we work out the difference between 6 and -6, look, here's 6. There's -6. How many spaces are between them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11?
11, 12.
Okay. Now another question, question number 8. So these questions are getting a little bit more difficult. How much smaller is -28 than -18? So let's see who's got a hand up. Rolivua, it's you. Go for it. How much smaller is -28 than -18?
Do you start at -28 minus
Okay.
minus -18?
Okay, so Rolivua is saying start at negative
no.
28. So if I said to you, so if I said to you like this, always think about it in terms of positive numbers, because that just makes life so much easier for you. So if I said to you, Rolivua, how much smaller is 2 than 5? What would you say? How much smaller is 2 than 5? What would you write? You would write 5 minus 2, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so how much smaller is 2 than 5 means 5 minus 2. So you were correct. In the beginning, when you said how much smaller is -28 than -18, we must start with -28 and we must subtract -18. You were actually correct.
Okay.
Okay, now you got to tell me what the answer is, Rolivua.
It's okay. Can I quickly calculate?
Sure.
Is it 46?
It's not 46, unfortunately. I'm going to ask, hang on one second. Jody, you said you have the answer. What's the answer, Jody?
Ma'am, is it -11?
You're so close, Jody. You're out by 1.
-12.
Negative
12.
12?
Negative
-10.
So there's a few people. There we go. -10. Okay.
-10.
Right
It's
answer.
-10.
It is -10. Okay, so again, our number line unfortunately doesn't go as small as -28, right? But remember, this means, okay, we are starting at -28, and then when we subtract a negative, we are adding. Okay, so if we start at -28, that's somewhere down here. So that's -21, -22, -23, -24, 25, 26, 27. Ah! Let's just move this over. Oh, I can't move it over anymore. Okay, I'm running out of space here, guys. Our numbers are getting so small. Okay, so there's -28. Okay, so now if I'm starting at -28 and I'm moving 8 places to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 places to the right-hand side. Okay,
8, not 8.
Yeah, so whoever said -10, you were right. Well done. Okay, now it's a pleasure, boy Pelo. All right, so you're right, Tenji, it is. I've just realized, but I was having so much fun doing integers with you that I didn't even realize that it was quiz time. Okay, so you guys have to go now. It is Bulela. It is. No problem. You guys go off and go and do the quiz, okay? And if you've got any questions, you can come back afterwards. Okay, bye everybody.
Bye, man.
Bye.